Hello, this is Pixel Freak, and this is part 67 of the Final Fantasy Dimensions walkthrough. We're back with the Warriors of Light, and Sarah has just gotten knocked off the airship. She's falling, and now we have to rescue her. Mostly in this video, we go back to Mysidia, and we talk to the Seer, the head boss of Mysidia, and a few story elements happen there. There's a little bit of humor and stuff. It's pretty cool. The new store elements are unlocked there, so pick up the new armor and weapons and spells. At this point, I think it's just about all the spells that you can have. There are maybe a couple more in the Moogle Town a little bit later on in the game. This is just about it. If this isn't it, it's just about it. And then after that point, you'll go after the ultimate white magic. You're going after the spell Holy, and you'll have to go into this Mysidian Cavern and go through and fight a boss. And then the spell Holy is unlocked for the Seer job only. Holy doesn't actually work for the white mages. You have to be a Seer. Also, if you're a little bit confused about what's going on in the video right now, because in the last piece we were just with the Warriors of Darkness and Noct and his team. In Chapter 4, that's what happens towards the beginning of Chapter 4. You go back and forth, you do one dungeon with each team, and then it flips to the other team. And then the teams actually aggregate together in one big, massive, awesome team after just a couple back and forths. What's really cool about this mechanic that they did was they did a lot of things like knock Sarah off an airship and then go to the other team and then, you know, have some other kind of big surprise and then come back to this team, and they go back and forth about, I don't know, 3 times or so, and then finally everybody comes together and the story proceeds. So here real quick, I'm giving an overview of my jobs and what I've chosen with my different characters. You see here Aegis is Warrior and Paladin, and that's really what he sticks with to the end of the game. Soul wasn't on my end team, but he was going Monk and then Thief for some reason. I think I was moving more towards trying to get that speed boost. And then here, Summon, and I didn't end up using Sarah either. But I did use Dusk, and Dusk ends up being, I can't remember what I had him as his secondary here, but I end up going into the Seer job with White Mage, and that's really what he ends up doing, and he's on the end team as well. So just Aegis and Dusk from this team are my final 4. And when you do get the whole aggregated team, and I'll probably mention this again once I get there, but you'll want to pick just 5 characters, your favorite 5 or whatever ones have the jobs that kind of gel together well, and just grind up those 5 characters. If you want to grind up everybody's all their jobs and all their levels and get everybody, you know, as high as they can, great. It's probably better to do it after the game's over though, just because it's totally unnecessary to do that before. It saves a lot of time to just focus on the 5 characters, get them grinded up, and then go beat the game. So this will start the fight for the spell Holy. This is the Guardian here. I'll jump into the boss fight. Here we go. The Protector. It's not a Guardian. It's a Guardian Beast. It's the Protector. Anyways, this is much like the Sentry that we just fought with the Warriors of Darkness. This is a very similar fight. This enemy hits really hard, really fast, and I would highly recommend putting up some defenses before you go all-out offense. You need to get your, I think this one has a little bit more magic, but just, you know, Protect and Shell as a staple. Get those two up, and then do some hasting as well. Now you do have the advantage with this team if you've been using summons. The summoner here can do a decent amount of healing with Unicorn, and I think Phoenix does healing as well. Phoenix does healing and damage at the same time. So, or maybe Phoenix does raise. I can't remember because I didn't end up using a white summoner. Or a light summoner, I guess I should say, not a white summoner. I didn't use the light summoner job at all. I didn't really like the selection of spells that it gave me. There are a couple that you get after the team joins together, so they still get a decent amount of offense. But for me, because they don't join the summons when they join the teams back together, I thought that the summoner on the light side was just categorically weaker. I'd rather just have a white mage. Anyways, you need to put up some decent defenses, but remember, this enemy can also do basically a group tornado. It can weaken everybody on the team all at once, and it will do it at least once to you. Just be prepared. Keep those chain heals up on all your characters, because when you get hit with it, you're going to want to heal everybody quickly so you don't get anybody knocked out. If you do get someone knocked out, I guess my team that I have set up here is set up pretty well. It's a very conservative build, I guess, with a Seer, which is a given. I left my white mage, and then I have a summoner that doubles on this team as a healer as well. So if anybody were to go down, I have enough healing capabilities that I could probably bring them back up and get them back up and rolling without having them get knocked back down. But it might take a little bit of a defensive or a conservative strategy to beat this enemy, depending on what your level is. If you've done some grinding, you might not have as hard of a time with it. But I wouldn't recommend, unless you're a much higher level than me, I wouldn't recommend going all-out offense on this enemy, just because he's been built to cut through that strategy. It seems like it's a better approach to do more of a conservative, more of a defensive, buff up your characters, make sure everybody's getting their statuses taken care of. Like that, just there, I have looks like it's Berserk and Confuse on me simultaneously. It's not a good situation to be in. But take care of those types of situations. And keep wearing the enemy down. Eventually, you'll get enough offense in there, and you'll take them down, and Holy will be yours.